just a heads up, forewarning. I think I'm still hungover from Monday.
Bro, it's Wednesday.
Yeah.
This is Real Bubbles with Allie, Ray, and Kellsie.
What do
I
you
don't really
mean?
know what's going on with me right now, but I'm definitely not 100% myself today.
I'm gonna be upfront with you right now. Um, I poured coconut water in this wine glass.
I poured regular water in this, and that's what I'm drinking because I'm not drinking alcohol today. Not happening.
That is
No.
so,
I don't know what it is about hangovers in your 30s, but I'm not about it. It's bad. Bad news.
okay, great. Let's get this thing going.
Hi, Kellsie. How are you? I miss you.
I miss you too.
And that's all, folks. Time for bed.
We're here to read you a good night story.
Oh, if you read me a nighttime story, I'm asleep. Just
That's so funny. It's funny because like usually you have such like sleeping problems. Like you have a hard time getting to sleep. And right now that doesn't seem like it's going to be an issue.
I went to bed at 9:15 last night. So,
Wow. That's impressive for you.
but
I
the
should
two
write that
nights.
down. Okay, so Allie went to bed at 9:15
Oh my God, it's ridiculous.
p.m. Okay, cool.
I like your painting.
Oh, thank you. I'm working on it right now. It's actually my New York painting. Like this is the way that it goes.
I'm taking a picture of it for the fans.
There's some things I wanted to redo, like this piece right here, and then like this window right here, and then I need to finish like this corner and do like just more details. But
Yeah,
I was like, if I flip it upside down, that's a cool perspective. And so I started painting it from this.
Inception.
Yeah. And that's how I'm gonna paint this guy, how I'm gonna redo. I'm gonna do him upside down.
Are you
'Cause
gonna put a reflection of us in the window?
yes. Absolutely.
I don't know if you remember this, but back in the good old days, I never drank water. I only drank yellow Powerade. In softball, do you remember that? I
Yeah.
like just didn't like water. It was boring to me and it didn't quench my thirst. My parents probably spent so much money on getting me Powerade rather than me just drinking free water. So, but it also has translated interestingly into my adult life because now when I'm hungover, if I drink yellow Powerade, it like completely cures me, except for yesterday.
It's funny that you say this because I do remember seeing you always drinking yellow Powerade.
Only yellow. I don't know. Again, I don't know where this comes from, but like I only like yellow. If they don't have yellow at the gas station, I don't get it at all. Are you writing that down? Why are you writing everything down? I feel like I'm being judged.
Just wait till I have to flip the paper.
I do actually feel like you're my therapist right now. I'm just taking notes.
Well, if it's free.
Oh, also, I don't know if I've told this story on the podcast before, but one of my very first memories ever is in elementary school and you making me eat ants on the playground. You. I never ate ants before. And Kelsey was like, it'd be a good idea, Allie, if you stuck your finger on the tree and just ate it. It's protein. Like, you literally told me to do that. And I did it because I thought you were my friend. Just kidding. You are my friend.
I've been obsessed with like looking at butterfly tattoos and like tiny little ones, and they're so
Mhm.
cute. I
Did you
love
find
them.
did you find one that we're gonna get together?
So like there's like these teeny tiny little ones,
Can't even see it. Oh, yeah, I can. Oh, those are really cute.
Yeah, like
So
super
should
dainty.
we get two then? Like one for you, one for me? I'm not against it.
I'm not against it.
I think that's kind of cute. And
I
like,
think that's cute.
do we do just the outline on both, or do we do our designs on each other's? So like you design one, I design one, and then we
Yeah.
get both of them.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Also something that I've been doing recently is I have been reading this book.
Wow. Wow, I've heard that's a good book.
So I just started it and I'm taking notes. So
No, you're taking notes? Is that where this note thing started?
I'm a note taker. I love
You are.
taking
You
notes.
actually always have been a note taker.
Yeah.
That book you're reading, give
hmm
me the 7 habits. Give me 2 of the habits out
So
of the 7.
let's see. Let's see.
Or just
Habit.
like 2 things you've learned so far.
Right now they're talking about being proactive and having like a personal vision, which I think right now I really need because like it's been just like a waiting game for my career. And so it's gotten to the point where like I'm now so like free flowing that I'm like, I need some direction. I need a plan. I need to like figure out what's going to happen next because I think it's just better when you have a plan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really like the way he writes, and he uses a lot of like people's stories, like their personal challenges and stuff like that. And I find that to be very helpful in relating with the material. And like he also has these like activities in here basically that are really just like thinking activities, but it's got like pictures and stuff like that to do like certain things with, and like they're just like mind exercises and stuff like that, and a little bit of business stuff so far. But the next chapter or part I'm on is taking the initiative.
Exciting.
Act or be acted upon.
Can you tell everyone what the actual title of the book is?
The 7 habits of highly effective people. I want to be effective, bro.
Effective. I do feel like one thing I have been thinking about a lot is the whole like you have the power to choose your own attitude and your own like basically how you're going to have your day. Like the idea if it's raining outside, you don't have to have a bad day. You can choose to have a great day. And I think I have been like a little more conscious of that and like waking up and saying I'm going to have a good day. I think the one thing that I do struggle with is that if I start to have a bad day, I get mad at myself and I don't let myself feel the things I need to feel to move past those feelings, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's like I want to have a great day, but if something goes wrong, I need to like feel that before I can move on rather than getting mad at myself and trying to like reverse that feeling.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes any sense.
No, absolutely. You have to like go through the feeling in order to get over it. Like you can't
Yeah.
just hold it off to the side and be like, I'm not feeling this, but it's still here.
Yeah, and then it starts to take over my day, which then it turns into not a positive experience when I could just like move past it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
My eyes are open. I'm having a great day.
And that's showbiz, baby. I don't know if we drank on the last one. I know that it's not alcohol, but we still can participate in the, yeah. Allie's like, I'm not gonna get caught again. You're not gonna catch me.
Abide by the rules.
The rules still stand.
The rules still apply, even if it's straight vodka or water.
Oh my gosh. Dude, has anybody sent you more day lists?
Yes.
Oh, you have? Let's read them.
Guys, guess what? Other than Wednesday night, I am out of country love song nights.
I feel like that was intentional. I think you purposely did that.
I mean,
you willed your power. What'd you do?
I don't control Spotify day list, but
my recent listening patterns.
But I didn't listen to like any, and then it still said tonight. It's still free. Let me show you right now what it says because it's Wednesday, right? Today's Wednesday.
April
it
17th.
changed. Okay, so earlier it said country love song Wednesday afternoon. Now it says mountain music 60s to 70s night.
That's new. You haven't gotten that. I have something weird
and I've
like
never
that.
listened to mountain music, so I don't know. But it says 60s to 70s, and these songs on here are like current songs, so not all of them, but most of them.
Mine says mountain music granola vibes Wednesday afternoon.
We both have mountain music?
Yeah, we should be in the mountains.
Oh wait, mine at the bottom says, here's some mountain music granola vibes, hippie, and 60s and 70s.
Let's
says I
go.
listened to Italian dinner at night, so I don't remember doing that. So the other day I got chill lounge velvety Saturday morning.
These are in our chat, yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, that was yours, sorry, not mine.
That was mine. You were so excited about that one.
Why do we keep doing that? Okay. Oh, this one is funny. So it's springtime, right?
Yeah.
I got autumn pumpkin spice Tuesday morning.
That must have been a hot day, and you were like, no.
Yeah. I love when they give us like girl dinner, but then say morning. I'm like that.
Yeah. You're
I
doing it
got
in reverse.
girl dinner, ice skating morning.
Yeah, that's cute.
Okay,
Healing,
your turn. Sorry.
chill. This was the one you said. Chill lounge velvety Saturday morning. You really wanted that one. I'll send you the playlist.
Yeah, I like that one.
Warm surfing Thursday morning, which that sounds really nice.
Yeah, that's definitely a Kellsie playlist.
I liked your healing situationship Tuesday afternoon.
Oh, that one was funny.
That was funny. I was like, this is new.
Yeah. What was on there? Oh, it was just more Taylor Swift. That's why.
Oh my gosh.
They're just trying to come up with different ways they can tell me that I am still listening to Taylor Swift.
I also got an autumn granola vibes Friday night. Maybe we were feeling the same vibe.
Maybe we were.
Dreamy waves Thursday morning. Plastique chic girl dinner Thursday
That
afternoon.
one was funny. That was funny.
I always like the French house funky disco afternoon, or like the funky.
Yeah.
And you had some guilty pleasure sing along Wednesday evening. And you had writer emotional Tuesday afternoon.
My Tuesday, a lot of my like Monday and Tuesday afternoons are like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not that like I listen to Taylor Swift at that time or anything. I don't know.
I always like mine that are jazz house 130 BPM Tuesday morning. It's like so
Those are
specific.
funny.
I'm like, okay.
Mine are, I will say, our next time we record, all of my day lists are probably going to be like breakup poetry Tuesday afternoon because all I'm going to listen to is Taylor Swift's new album. And so it's like, I think it's like a breakup album and it's called Tortured Poets Department. So it's like intense. So it'll be interesting to see if I only listen to the album, which will probably happen, what my day lists are going to be like.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Should I note that?
Yeah, sure. Why not? You've written notes about everything else.
So I had some sent into me, which I thought were funny because I always like to see other people's day list. Like I like what is the algorithm telling us? Like what are they trying to do? All right, so this is from Natalie D. Fran on Instagram. She is a friend of mine, and she sent me hers in the rollerblading girl dinner Saturday afternoon.
Love it.
Sleepy, weepy, depressed sesh Monday afternoon.
Wow.
Yeah. But flannel cat Tuesday morning, which
I
sounds
love
nice.
that one. Flannel cat.
Delulu scream Thursday early morning. That reminded me of you because you would always get scream.
Scream mornings.
She just wakes up. McBling burlesque Wednesday early morning. Early morning.
Burlesque early morning.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That is interesting.
So are you like still at the burlesque bar in the morning or are you getting to the burlesque bar in the morning?
All right. Her last one is Angelic Swamp Friday early morning.
Wow.
That makes me think Shrek.
That's funny. Totally.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know why, but I'm like swamp. I'm trying to picture a swamp, and the only one that really comes to mind is Shrek.
It's Shrek. Not like a normal swamp, like not like Louisiana swamp. Just
Right.
Shrek.
Shrek.
Just Shrek swamp.
Let's see. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so those were really good ones. Thank you, Natalie, for sending those in
Yeah.
because they crack me up.
Shout out.
Crack me up. I love
Everyone,
them.
don't forget to send in your day list. You can DM us at Real Bubbles Pod.
Mm, mm.
Oh wow, look at those guns.
I'm trying. They're 15s, both sides, baby.
What does that mean? 15.
They're 15 inches around.
Oh, I've never measured my muscles. Am I supposed to
Well,
do?
when you got big ones like these,
Oh,
you gotta.
look out, everyone! The gun show's in town. Real Bubbles Gun Show. Wow, this is a great podcast.
Our best one.
That's one yet. Wow, why do we podcast better sober than when we're drunk?
You know?
Take note.
Yeah.
Write it down.
Bam, bam, bam.
Okay, so Saturday morning. So I had
Yeah.
a little like fun, actually very fun, much needed girls trip with two of my really good friends, Steph and Jenna. Shout out. So
Shout out.
we're friends from San Diego. We met at In Cahoots like 10 years ago. And we became friends through In Cahoots, but then we all like I found out they like wine. Well, Jenna actually didn't like wine at the time. She only drank tequila. But we got her to like wine. And so we used to have like back in San Diego, a couple times a year, we would have wine nights where we would just like drink, the three of us would just like drink a lot of wine and talk about our life goals and our dreams and all these things.
You should bring them on down to Real Bubbles.
I should. So yeah, so we all don't live in the same space now. So like Steph moved to Arizona first, but now she lives in Maryland. I live in Texas, and Jenna is still in San Diego. So we have FaceTime dates once in a while.
Mhm.
And last FaceTime date, we were like, we really need to get together. We should just like go somewhere for the weekend, somewhere in the world. And so we decided we wanted to do like a wine themed trip, of course.
Yeah.
And I came up with the idea, well, why don't we go to a wine region that we haven't experienced together? And for the sake of the trip being soon, because we wanted to do it really quick, I suggested for this first one, why don't they come to Austin, like an hour and a half from my house, and then we'll drive out to Fredericksburg, which is the big wine region in Texas, which is another like hour and a half past Austin. And so there was a Southwest deal. They booked their flights. I booked an Airbnb, and that's what we did. So I picked him up Sunday morning from the airport. We went to brunch, had champagne, went to a winery, had wine, then checked into the Airbnb, went out to dinner, and then drank wine in the hot tub, and then drank wine after the hot tub. And then Monday, woke up, went to brunch, went to a winery, went to another winery, went to another winery,
Let's go.
went to dinner.
Wait, invite me on these trips.
I know. Went to another dinner, and then went back to the house, drank more wine. So for 2 days straight, we basically drank from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m.
What?
Yeah, about rough, give or take.
How?
Like Sunday we started a little bit later, but not by much.
Were you
Monday we
eating
definitely
food? How did you stay up?
I don't know. We were just we were
You're
just
like,
so
we were on
excited.
go.
It was
We
the
were on
energy. It
go.
was energy.
Yeah.
What was so funny is like, so on Monday, like we literally went to bed at like 2:30 in the morning on Sunday, and Steph and Jenna flew in at like 10 a.m. to Austin, which means they were up like super early because they had to like fly in like 2.5 hour, 3 hour flight into Austin. I left my house at 7 a.m. to go over there like 7:30. So we all were like up no later than 6 a.m. on Sunday and went to bed at 2 a.m. after drinking all day. So I brought Sammy with me, and she literally was like pissed at us. She was like, can we please go to sleep at like 10 o'clock? And so, yeah, so we drank a lot on Sunday, and I was like, crap, I hope I feel okay in the morning, because we have literally a full day. We had 3 wine tasting and tour reservations, plus dinner reservations, all this other stuff. I woke up Monday like ready to go. I was like, let's go, showered, got ready.
You're probably still drunk.
I actually wasn't.
Oh,
Take
wow.
take note. But I think it was just like I was just so excited and like I was so happy they were there. I was so excited. Vibes were high.
Yeah.
And we had like such a fun day planned with all these wineries that most of them I'd only been to one of the wineries that we went to this trip.
Yeah.
So like it was all new for me too. We were going to all these cool places. And I think I was just so happy that we were all together that I forgot about the fact that I drank the whole day before and
You're
was
like,
gonna drink
do it again.
the whole day. Also, I will say on Sunday we were really, really good at drinking water.
Good job.
So yeah, so that was good.
That definitely
And
helps.
eating.
Hmm.
And then Monday came around and we went to a coffee shop and had breakfast. And then we had a sparkling wine and food pairing tasting. Then we had a glass of wine at this like cute little wine bar. And then we had a tasting and tour with a really cool like cave and production tour. And but it also had all these places. When they found out that we were industry, they gave us more than what was on the tasting. So like instead of having 4
Mm-hmm.
wines at each winery, we had like 7.
So this was a work trip.
100%.
100%.
Totally.
Yeah.
No. I mean, yes, but no.
Yeah, that's your business. I don't know
So
what
yeah,
you're
so like the first winery we went to, we had a flight of 4 sparkling wines
Mm-hmm.
with like little tiny bites, but not really food.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh, well, since you like this and this and that, let me pour you all these other things." So 3 more wines. Then we went to the next winery and we're like, "Oh, we're just gonna get a glass." And he's like, "Oh, well, why don't you also try all of these things?" And then the next winery, they were like, "Oh, here's your tour wines, and then here's more things."
So what you're saying is you need a larger group to come with you to help you drink all the wine.
No, because they gave it to all of us. I think the only thing that would be good about a larger group is they'd probably be so sick of us they wouldn't pour us any more things. They want us to leave. And then and then we went to dinner and we're like, oh well, cocktails, of course.
Yeah, duh.
How about and I thought it was a good idea to get tequila espresso martinis.
Nice.
I went to dinner. I had 2 espresso martinis at dinner after already drinking wine all day, and then had another bottle of wine at the house afterwards. So yeah, anyway, so yesterday I woke up, my adrenaline was gone.
Yeah, I bet.
And yeah, I wasn't really like, I didn't feel sick. I was just so exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went to brunch and I had a glass of wine and drank half of it and gave the rest to Steph because I just wasn't feeling it anymore. We went to a brewery and I had 3 sips of a drink. Just not feeling it anymore.
Yeah.
And then I had to drop him off, sad face, at the airport.
Yeah.
And then I drove home an hour and a half, miserable. I went to bed at, that's why I went to bed at 9:15 last night.
Wow.
And today I was like, oh, I'm going to get a great night's sleep. I'll wake up fine. Nope. Today was not it. So apparently now it takes 2 full days to recover after you drink in your 30s.
You know, living's not easy, but dying might be harder.
Write it down, folks. Take notes if you're taking notes. Okay, here's a question. I don't remember who. Someone asked me this at one point. What would your ideal way to die be?
Ideal? Like morphine. Don't feel a thing. Just go.
Yeah. I think my thing would be like just in my sleep. Like I like go to bed like it's a normal day and I just don't wake up. Like I
would love to stay in dreamland.
No
Keep me
pain.
there.
I don't even I love my people in my life, but I don't even want to deal with I mean, this would probably suck for them too, so I kind of feel bad, but I don't want to deal with the whole saying goodbye and drawing out the whole thing.
I think you should rethink that. I am going to make everyone cry. Every time they walk in the room, they're just going to burst into tears, and I'm just going to be sitting there smiling like, what?
So bad.
And I'm just going to be like, hey,
Sophie,
Fred,
I really love
hang
you.
out.
This would never change our friendship, but that makes me not want to be friends with you.
I mean it in a sweet way. Like they're crying because they love me as a friend, and I am smiling because I love them too.
No, because you're making me cry. That's why you're smiling.
Well, yeah, that part is just a bonus. Just like, the little project we're working on. I hope it makes people cry.
Oh yeah, yeah. But
That's the
not
kind of
because
cry.
anybody's dying. That's because
Well, that's what
it's
I'm
happy
saying.
tears.
So you agree, dying is harder than living.
I
I
am
love,
crying. Why'd you make me cry?
I told you. And this is
Wow.
gonna be me in the bed.
Because now I'm back
Because you're
to
gonna be
you like
yelling at me.
crying, and I'm walking in the room and you making me cry. Like that's where I just came back to. See, I skipped it and now I'm back to it. Oh, wow,
And
awful.
look at that, and that's showbiz.
Mm, mm, mm.
Sorry, not to make you
So yeah,
cry.
no more about that. So yesterday, while we were all very tired, because everyone was tired,
Yeah.
pretty fatigued from all the drinking. And so we were sitting at this brewery and it was just like close to the airport. Like we wouldn't be stuck in traffic. Sammy could be there and it was nice and whatever. We literally were there for like 3 hours and didn't even finish a drink really. Like we each had like one drink.
Yeah.
It was fine. We were just hanging out. But we got on this like personality quiz kick.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
And so we were taking all these like quizzes. So it started with on the drive out to Fredericksburg, I asked them what their Enneagram was. Have you taken the Enneagram test?
Probably. I've
I
taken
think
a
we've
lot of
talked about this
tests.
before. Yeah, yeah. So the Enneagram one is like my favorite one. I've learned a lot about myself with it. Pretty spot on. So yeah, so I had them take that one. And then Steph was like, oh, there's this other one. And then we started talking about love languages, and then we took that quiz. And then we're
Yeah.
like, oh, look at all these other quizzes. So now we know like what the internet says about what career we should be in, what our love languages are, what our personality Enneagram type is. There was love styles and there was something else, but we just like went on this whole like let's just take all these quizzes. And now we know so much about ourselves and each other.
Okay, tell us. What did yours say?
Oh, so I'm an Enneagram number 2, and I'm gonna read you a tiny bit from this Instagram account that I follow about it, and I want to know your reaction on if
Okay.
you think it's true.
All right, ready?
Because you know me actually better than most people. So what was that look for?
That was my reaction. I was doing a reaction
I
piece.
didn't even read it yet.
I know, I was practicing.
Okay. Okay, so there's 9 types. Okay.
Okay.
So I think I know what yours is, but I'm not going to tell you until you take the quiz, and then I'm going to be like, I was right.
Okay.
Okay.
But nobody knows if you actually
Type
were.
2 is called the helper.
The helper. I like
Yeah.
that.
This is just a what I like and what I don't like as a type 2. What I like, feeling needed, relationships, giving advice, being included, and being there for others. What I
Mhm.
don't like, selfishness, being unsure where I stand in relationships, rudeness, and feeling unimportant.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Good talk. Nice reaction. Thank you. Enneagram 2 wants others to be happy, wants to be appreciated, makes time for others, hard time saying no, needs to set boundaries,
We've talked about that.
struggles with burnout, and I quote, just love me.
Facts. Please just love me.
Empathy and compassion, strong desire to improve others' lives. Receiving criticism can be difficult. Loves to give advice, wants everyone to feel loved.
Yes.
Blah, 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 blah,
Blah,
blah.
blah, blah. Yes.
Yeah, there's this whole like on Instagram, this whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
So what
it's
is your
fun. I
question
think
for me?
what?
What is your question for me? Like my reaction, like what are you looking for
Oh no,
in
I was
them?
just wondering if you think that aligns with who you think
What
I am.
align with you? Yeah, absolutely. And like also because I know the past you, like I know there's a ton of stuff that you said that could be construed as like more negative. I feel like you've already recognized it and have been doing the work, and I think you're just continually like checking in and recognizing. And yeah, because I think you're somebody that really, really likes to help people, and you really like relationships and making sure everybody's good and having a good time or taken care of. And so you tend to overbook yourself because you have this need to want to help people. And so like people love that. People love that, having somebody like that for them. And so they get used to that. And then I think if it's not a good match, it can cause burnout, or like you're just not getting the benefits that you need from that relationship that you thought you were going to need. And you kind of burn out of it, and it can get resentful because you're like, I'm putting so much time and effort in, and like they're not doing anything for me. And so that kind of is like a hurt. And so like you kind of get down a little bit in those periods, and like you always come back, but it's like
Yeah.
it's those waves. And I think you're trying to figure out how to be more balanced and not have that be such a burden. And that's why boundaries and, saying no is coming up, because I think you've learned to start doing that. And that's why you're at where you're at now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Along with these things, because this kind of like encompasses a lot of it, is I have this like massive fear of disappointment. But it's not, I have a fear of disappointing others, and that like directly relates to like me wanting everyone, like me wanting to help everyone. And if I can't help them, like if I have to choose myself over helping them, I'm scared of disappointing them.
Yeah.
But also now that's also turned into fear of disappointing myself.
Yeah.
But it's this whole cycle of like, oh, I'm going to disappoint them if I don't do this, but then I'm also disappointing myself by not choosing this. And so I'm working on like my fear of disappointment and realizing that most people are not disappointed in me when I choose those things.
Yeah.
And also the fact that I can be better for people if I'm best for myself. Better for myself.
Yeah.
So what I want you to do, your homework, write this down in your notes, your homework. I'm going to send you the test, and you're going to take it before the next.
Allie sending me a test.
I think it's this one. Yeah, I'm going to send it to you right now. But no, I think it's fascinating. And obviously, like, it's not going to 100% tell you who you are, and you shouldn't agree with everything the internet tells you that you are, obviously.
Sure.
But I think it has, like, even especially with the boundaries things, like, it really has, like, made me realize certain things that even if it's not 100% me, that I can still work on different aspects of my life. And I've become a little bit more self-aware.
Cute. I'll take the test, ma'am, and I will report back.
Okay.
To you
Report
privately.
back. Yeah, I'm really curious because I already think I know what you are, but
what do you think I am? Let's write it down.
I can't tell. No, I can't tell you.
Because I can choose. Is that why you're saying? It's not actually going to test me?
Because I don't want you to look up what the types are and then.
Okay, well, you write it down. You write it down. Show it to the camera. And then put it down. I'll look away. I don't edit the videos. Phil does. Okay. Hold the number up on your hands. Okay. I'm gonna turn around.
Okay.
And you say, this is what I think it is.
This is what I think it is.
Now eat the ant.
Okay, you're good.
Well, I'm glad that we got together tonight. I miss you. I love you. I'm glad to see you're alive. We've been talking for an hour, 14 minutes.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Time flies when you drink water.
Damn, you beat me to it.
Gulp, gulp,
gulp, gulp. I'm gonna keep that gulp
I'm not gonna lie. A lot of times when I'm drinking any liquid, I hear that sound from our podcast in my head.
That's funny. Now I will.
You're welcome.
Gulp, gulp.
Usually.
Bye.
Wait, I want to shout out our listeners.
Shout them out.
Shout out, listeners. Thank you for listening and following along with this hot mess.
This hot mess express. Drink your water.
This is Real Bubbles with Allie, Ray, and Kellsie.
This is adulthood.
Gangsters.